I'm joined now by Senator George LeMieux. He is a former Republican senator from Florida, and Evan Bayh, former Democratic senator and governor from Indiana, also a Fox News contributor. What did you make of the comments there, Mr. Bayh?
Well, first, I think Lindsey Graham is a fine human being. He worked across the aisle as one of those who could cooperate with Democrats and Republicans, so I think his voice will be missed. Frankly, I don't think he'll have much of an impact on the race because his support in the polls wasn't that high. With regard to ISIS, I guess my take on that is it's good that all the candidates are speaking about getting tough on the terrorists and, going after ISIS. But if it was that easy, it probably would have been done by now. So I think it's the devil's in the details, and unfortunately the details are pretty tough.
What do you think, Mr. LeMieux?
Well, like Evan said, Lindsey is a patriot. He put these issues of safety and security on the front burner. I really think that's why he ran, so that we would be focused on these issues. And when he started talking about ISIS in the beginning of his campaign and advocated putting boots on the ground, the other candidates in the Republican Party were saying, no, we don't need to do that. And I think because of his leadership, he gained a recognition with the other candidates that in order to defeat ISIS, we are going to have some boots on the ground to go with those airstrikes. So I think he contributed a lot to the debate.
To Mr. LeMieux's point here, ISIS has blended into the local population, right? So that's the argument for putting boots on the ground. I'm not sure Hillary Clinton would support that, though.
She's supporting a no-fly zone, which is beyond what President Obama has supported, and she was more muscular, shall we say, about going after Bashar al-Assad than the president was following Assad's use of chemical weapons. That said, Liz, there may be a difference of opinion about boots on the ground. My guess is that she favors more Arab, Muslim boots on the ground fighting this battle because ultimately we can't do it for them. Some special forces, to be sure, but thousands of more American troops. She'd probably draw a line there, and maybe that's a different with the Republican
George,
candidates.
do you believe that Hillary Clinton would be more hawkish than President Obama, or hawkish enough? What do you think?
I think she certainly would be. She has been throughout her career. Would she be strong enough on these foreign policy issues? I have doubts about that based upon her performance in the Saturday night debate where she said we are where we need to be in fighting ISIS. We know that we're not where we need to be. The no-fly zone is a good start, but in order for us to really win this war, we're going to have some of those special forces boots on the ground so that we can see who the folks are that we need to target. Like you said, Liz, they're in these cities. It makes it difficult. We know, and Evan and I served on the Armed Services Committee together, we know that in order for this to work, we've got to have intelligence on the ground as to who to target and where. So will she be more hawkish than President Obama? That's not hard. Will she go far enough? I don't think so.
All right, quickly, Evan, who do you think is a better strategy, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, when dealing with ISIS?
Oh, I think Hillary Clinton will have a more subtle and effective strategy than the Donald.
What do you think, George?
I have a hard time agreeing with anything that Donald Trump says, so I think we've got a lot of other good candidates for president.
All right. Thank you, former Senators George LeMieux and Evan Bayh. Merry Christmas to you both. Thank you so much for joining us.
Merry Christmas.
And as a reminder,